Okay, welcome back to the road and beyond. We've only been here for 2 weeks, but we've already had a chance to do a lot of adventures. We got a chance to go swimming at a hot springs pool, adventuring in downtown Purundiro, and I even worked on some projects for mis suegros. That's Spanish for in-laws. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
So I'm at a place called Los Arcos, I think it's called, and we're in Purundiro, Michoacan, Mexico. This is like a hot springs pool. I'm in the back area right now. This is like where the water drains off, kind of like a creek. I think it's coming down behind me here. See that? Looks like it must be one of the drains from the pool. Yeah, it's a really neat place. Very beautiful. Behind me here is a picnic area. We got some tables made of brick and concrete, and then some brick grills for cooking. I was gonna go see a chiropractor this morning because my back was bothering me, but we came to this hot springs place, and you know, I can't say that the mineral water soaked into my skin and cured me, but I could say that, you know, it's a warm bath. And there's you'll see in the video here in a minute, there's a pipe, probably a 3-inch pipe with very warm water coming out of it. It feels like it's going to burn you when you first step into it, but it's not quite hot enough to burn. But if you get into it for a little while, it really lets the muscles relax. And man, I was able to get my back to pop and crack. Not in hard ways, but in ways that, you know, just really felt natural to let those things, that tension go. So, but yeah, it's a very, very gorgeous place. We came here first thing in the morning. I should have got some video right away in the morning. If we come back, I'll do that because it's warm enough water where there's steam coming up off the water right away in the morning when it's cool. We step out of our shoes in the morning and the concrete was cold. Here we are in the morning. You can see the steam behind me. It's a bit chilly. Here's Elvia up here shivering.
Come on, hurry up.
I was here, I guess last year in April. And we came during the middle of the day and just thought it was a swimming pool, a warm swimming pool. I didn't know it was a hot spring. And it was full of people and loud, and you know, we had a picnic and that kind of thing. It was nice, but it's a lot nicer this way. You know, early in the morning. I think there's only about 5 or 6 people up in the pool. It's very, very nice place, kind of cut into nature. You know, all of the stairs and stuff are done in kind of natural stone. Kind of walk through this area here, walking through the, I don't know, not pine needles, but something like that. Not wonderful on the feet, but it's a nice little nature place. You see the roots of the tree down here in the stream. So yeah, Los Arcos Hot Springs, Purundiro, Mexico. I don't know what kind of tree this is. I'm not a botanist, but nice place. Very neat place. Here's where I just came out of. This place here. This is looks like the spillway for when the pool is overflowing, I guess. And here it is. Nice pool. Diving platform. There's Elvia's over here somewhere. Here they are. Say hola.
Hola.
Oh, no, no agua. No más agua?
¿Eh?
No más agua.
No más.
No más, no más.
No, but this is like warmer. Like
Yeah?
keep it in here, yeah.
Mm.
Warmer. Dile, aquí está bien caliente. Ah, pues ya se metió.
Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty right there.
It's that Jerry.
All right, let's take a walk through downtown Purundiro. So this town of Purundiro is the largest town of any real size to where we're living. You can see that it's got a pretty big central plaza park area, nice well-sculpted trees. It's very busy downtown, lots of people moving around, lots of shops and things like that. One of my favorite things about it is it's got an ice cream shop literally almost every block. One thing I have noticed here in Mexico is almost every town that we've been to has a very similar downtown plaza area with these trees that look like this. And it's usually surrounded by little shops and restaurants and things like that. It's a very busy, community, active place. Not something that we normally see, where I'm from in the United States. We just happened to be down here when they were doing a school marching band activity for this of some kind. So we got to see the marching band play, and we got to see the kids march around the square. And here go the kids walking around the plaza. You can see that some are a little bit more enthused about the marching than others, but it was cute to see. Here's another look out the window while we're driving around this downtown plaza area. And here's a great place that we've gone to eat before. I hear they have a great sandwich de polo, right, Frankie? Here we are, just taking a stroll through downtown, following Blas, the man that knows where he's going. We'd be lost without him down there. You can see there's shops up and down both sides of the street, little clothing shops and knick-knack shops, small restaurants, all kinds of little things. Hey, here's me and Blas walking through the garden. He's telling me all about his plants. My Spanish isn't that great yet, but I still understand quite a bit of what he's telling me.
We are on top of my parents' roof, and there's Jerry fixing some stuff. Hey, Jerry. Say hi.
Hi. A little roof repair, a solar panel installation.
Oso. Hello, Oso.
Here I am installing one of several solar lights that we brought down with us for Elvia's parents. This one's in a covered garage area that they parked the car in. And here's me just kind of being nosy, walking around on the roof, taking a look at things. This is what amounts to their water tower for the house. And here we are inspecting Elvia's skills at hanging clothes on a clothesline. She doesn't get much practice of that in the United States. This is probably the largest project that I've worked on for them, and probably will be the largest one that I do. They've got this large step between their garage or parking area and where they get into the house. It's probably about 2 feet high, and they were kind of just reaching up there with their legs and taking that long step, but over time it looked like they started to pile up some loose bricks, use that as a makeshift step. It just was very dangerous. Even me walking on it, it seemed a little bit shaky, so I decided I would do something to help out, build them some kind of a step to get up in there a little easier. This isn't really my area of expertise, but I figured I'd do something, make it a little safer than it was. So I came up with a plan to build some steps with the materials that we had available. We had some rock and some sand and some cement, and we didn't really have much for wood, but we did have a lot of loose bricks, so I used those as a rough form for the bottom layer or the pad for these stairs. Well, it was time to get to work, cutting back some of this grass and getting rid of some of that vegetation underneath the area where we're going to pour the concrete. Here I am assembling a makeshift form of these loose bricks that I had available. After laying down a bit of rock, mostly to level things out, it also provided a little bit of a base for us to pour this concrete on. Now, we didn't have any bags of pre-mixed concrete. This is all just piles that were in the back of Blas's yard here. So he's got a big pile of rock, and a big pile of sand, and then a bag of cement. I'd never made my own concrete before, So this was a little bit new for me. The gravel was such varied size that I started to have trouble getting a finished level. There was big rocks sticking up out of the cement, taller than the finished grade that I wanted. So as I was screeding the top of the concrete, I kept hitting these rocks and I had to keep picking them out. You can see quite a pile piling up over to my right-hand side there. Here I am just using a piece of scrap lumber to try to screed off and level out the concrete. Now look at this father-daughter team mixing up the concrete for me. Don't have any wheelbarrow or anything like that. We're just dumping the sand, the rock, and the cement mix right on the ground and mixing it up. I have to say, it's nice to have a wife that'll jump in and help out with tough jobs like this. I think it's so great for our relationship when we get a chance to work on projects like this. No matter what the project is, it's always great to be able to stand back together and look at something that we built and say, you know what, we did that together. Sometimes the projects turn out well, and sometimes there's lots of opportunities for improvement. But when we do it together, it's always worth it. If you're wondering what that thing in the middle of the stairs are, those are some bricks that I used to create a void because there was a drain access point down underneath there. And I wanted to make sure that if anything popped up later, that they would be able to access that drain. So it was a little bit trickier to pull out than I wanted it to be, but we did get it out, and you'll see in the finished pictures the opening that it created. Boss also said that during the rainy season, he gets a lot of water that comes in under his garage door and comes right into the space where the stairs are going to be. So I fashioned up a drain and connected it to the existing roof drain using some scrap pieces of plumbing that we found and we picked up from a local shop, and then used a 2-liter bottle to make the drain in the concrete. Because I struggled so much with the first pour with those larger rocks sticking up above my finished grade, I didn't want to deal with that problem again on this middle step. So what I did is I had them mix up the concrete just using sand and cement, and then I layered the rock in little bit at a time as we were going. So here I am layering rock and like a mortar mix, back and forth, kind of like a lasagna. Here I am touching up the front of the first pad where the bricks were. It was pretty rough, and there was actually some voids that were left behind there. So I found some scrap wood, and we put that up against the front corner, and then I, pushed some mortar down in that crack, and we got a nice looking finished front of that step. Here's the final product. Not perfect, but it's a whole lot safer than what they were dealing with before. And there you can see the cutout that I made so they can access a drain later if he needs to. It is still covered. There's 2 bricks in there, but those bricks break apart a lot easier than concrete do. So if they ever need to get in there, they can use a pry bar and a hammer and break those out. Now let's take a look at some of the motion sensing lights that I installed so that it's also a little bit safer when they're walking around at nighttime. Completely pitch black at night, looking for where I can walk in front of the motion sensor and get that to trip. Here it goes. It actually trips a lot easier and faster when the car pulls in, which is what it's meant for anyway. Okay, looks like they can see good in the parking area now. How about the walk into the house? Now, enough work for now. I think I've got my rent paid. It's a bit hard to see, but there's a black lizard in this video. It's actually very good camouflage. Elvie actually lost it while she was videoing it, and I cut that part out where she got the camera completely off of the lizard for a little while. But wait till it takes off. This thing is really fast. Damn, that was fast. Let's watch it again in slow motion. And here's Elvia's parents' dog. They named it Oso, and that's Spanish for bear. He's a pretty big fluffy dog. Well, that was a look at our second week here in Mexico. And here's a quick drone shot. I'm still learning how to use this thing. Thanks for the gift, Dad. I've only crashed it once so far. It's a good thing I had an extra propeller. See you next week, where we'll share more about our new life on the road and beyond.